Tonight on Kitchen All Over the World, I'm going to try to make a cheesy yam stew. It's Mote de Queso from Colombia. Join me. This is a yam. A real yam is the size of a football and slightly fuzzy and woody, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be eating it, but anyway, we're gonna take this yam and gonna peel it. The outer skin is not like American yams, it's like wood, so I don't know if a peeler is the best option. It seems to be working fairly well, but as you can see, it's a little bit tough, so take your time, don't cut yourself. And as you start to peel it, you'll realize that it's extremely slimy, and you rethink your decisions on making yam stew with real yams. To make the stew, let's dice this up into cubes. I guess not dice then, more of, 1 inch by 1 inch cubes. And let's go ahead and put that all in a big pot. And we're gonna cover it up with 7 cups of water. That's about 2 liters, not quite, of water, just to cover it up nicely. Let's set the stove to medium heat and cover it up for 45 minutes. Next up, for the sort of filling of the soup, I guess you could call it, for the vegetables, sort of, we're making a sofrito, which is basically just your aromatic saute that any Spanish or Italian dish starts out with. Into a frying pan, we'll throw a little bit of oil, and once it is nice and warm, we're gonna add 1 cup of diced up white onion. Give it a good stir to make sure they're all spread out evenly. And then we're gonna throw in about 3 cloves of minced up garlic. The recipe called for 2, I went with 3, just to be conservative. Normally I would throw in about 5, or maybe even a whole head of garlic. Who knows? I like garlic, it's good for you. Tastes good. Life without garlic is not life to be lived. Next up, we're gonna add in a cup of chopped up, diced up, cubed up tomatoes, and mix those all in so they incorporate. Being sure to remove the stem portion because we don't want no sticks or stems. And let's go ahead and add in a teaspoon or 2 of cumin, ground variety. If you want your food to smell a little bit sweaty, then add cumin. And we're also going to add freshly ground black pepper. I usually add a ton, metric or imperial, doesn't really matter. Just a whole bunch. And a nice pinch of kosher salt. Give it a stir, and let's let these guys all mix up together and wilt a little bit. So our yams have been going for about 45 minutes at this point, and as you can see, the water has become super cloudy. You can tell how viscous it is based on the bubbles. The sliminess of the yam kind of interpreted into a thickening of the soup, which is kind of awesome. You don't have to do much else to thicken it up. So at this point, we're gonna throw in our sofrito and mix it in. Make sure everything incorporates, because that is the flavor base of the soup. So here I have a cup of feta cheese. Now, normally you would use something called costeño cheese, which is a Colombian fresh cheese, but the recipes I saw said that you could replace costeño with feta, so that's what I'm doing here. So we're gonna dump that in, mix it in, cover it up for about 10 more minutes until it's nice and melty and tasty. And I mean, what could go wrong? It's potatoes and cheese. That's signature comfort food right there. Doesn't look like yams. Doesn't have the consistency of yams either. I'm starting to think that these aren't like, yams. Let's dig in. They're really slimy and mushy. Stick to the spoon. honestly, there's not much flavor. What I'm tasting is the cumin and the cheese, but very like mildly in the background. This is not as heavy tasting of a soup as I would have expected. And then again, it is kind of good. It's got this weirdly addictive kind of vibe. And it's funny, the cumin and the cilantro and the tomatoes and the cheese makes my brain think that this is a Mexican dish, like I'm eating some sort of tortilla soup or something. Well, whether or not it's what I expected, I'm definitely eating it. And it's super low effort, so go for it, try it out, see what you think.